about that the whole game, I'm telling you. If they want to run the passives, two steps like twice and more possible. Later than passives. This is going to be a 40-minute all-out field. Don't just keep your head up and keep going up. Rick just won something. We have to hit holes. We're picking up on that ladder. We need to be 2 steps early on that middle hole. That middle hole has to be early. Right? On me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3!
Right, let's go from the get-go. Let's fucking bring this energy from the start. Okay? Nobody quiet in this box. Boys, everybody here, we need to fucking create the opportunities and we need to capitalise, okay? There's no point creating them if we're not going to capitalise, okay? So everybody get your fucking head switched on. Let's just play smart footy. Let's play our game. Expect to drop the
Go boys, what's bring the top up? They're going to shut down. Go sit and play.
Did you see what's the take, eh? Make sure you get down to one person, okay? Keep your eyes up. You know what play you're going into. Let's see where you get the result. Or your next week.
Yeah. 30 seconds, play the referee, please take the field.
Middle gets back to the latch up. In the middle for the latch.
No, what's that on? Plenty of chat. Naked. All day, all day.
Players and referees ready.
Get up on the fucking and not walk away.
Well, let's be better this side of the defense, boys. Let's be better. Come on, come on. Hey, let's talk from here now in defense, yeah? What's up?
Don't make some fucking shot and stop game. Get the fucking right, get the wall. Go, boys!
About!
Hey, the Lynx have got to get up on top of there. Yeah, the Lynx have got to get up on top.
Just keep working! Keep working!
He'll get loud, yeah. He'll get loud. Wait. Get fucking press on him. Press. Deal, I missed that, yeah. Get out here, Deal.
I'm out!
Watch the window.
It's coming left to right. We're going to try and get that folding cup pulled out.
On target.
Big D here, Big D! Right effort, Jocker! Great fucking effort there, bud, get a drop there. Go work, Jocker. Great fucking D there. Great fucking D there. Better fucking D there.
Let's go,
Angus! Here we go!
I'll just drop out.
He's mine!
Hey, talk to me. Oh, heads up. Stick in the ball. Don't overreach. Hey, heads up, boys. Don't stick in the ball, man.
Get up here! Get him up! Get him up!
Don't overreach the sweeper. When they give us a penalty, they should have get involved in the
Left middle! Yeah, stay, in the box here, come on. Time to go. Please get the fucking stop. Please get a stop here, let's get a stop.
Let's get a stop, boys. Come on. Drop there, it's all good. Come on. They run on the sweep. Let them disrespect, then get involved. Guys, let's restart. Get a stop. Get a stop.
Make it runners! Could you go on me?
Don't worry about it!
Everybody to move. Wait, you want to deal with Belly? Fuck off home. Start kicking your chest and get up to what you do.
We need to stop now, we need to stop one. It's going to work hard, bro. Hey, Meeks, that's the perfect position, yeah? You've got to get up on that. Again,
go.
We're too slow in this little area. The field's got to be way faster. Get a hold of it!
In the middle. Go in the middle third. Start in the middle third. Go in the middle third back to the straight. Get in the middle third towards middle. Ball and deal with it.
Boys, you need to get some socks.
Hey, Reese, I've got to get up. Let's go, let's go.
Just a reminder to all participants from the first 2 times on the third one today. All presentations or cabins at the skate area behind field 1. About 5 minutes after.
Go, boys, go. Place it, place it. Patience, 1 minute, get ready. Ruben, let's use every time. Ruben. Oh, brilliant! Wait, not hold loose. Hold loose. Get up, let's go! Finish, boys! Finish, boys! Stop him, stay hard, boys, stay hard! Still good, boys, great job.
Boys, just get it, stop!
Hey, let's get this stop now.
Yeah, I was there all day, every day. Just give it to the link early to let him get the touch.
Here you go, Ruben, it's coming! Ruben, it's coming for you! Top, get ready, top.
Get out for this box.
Get ready, top. Go, come, Kenny! Get back! Let's go, boys! Let's get a stop! Nominate! Chugga! Chugga, let go, Chugga! Go!
Weather the storm in here.
Get running! Just run! Get ready. Wait, that's what it is.
Boys, we're getting stops. Let's get this back. We're back in this arm wrestle, okay? Let's keep it up.
Where's the middle's going? Who's the middle's going?
Get the side! Paulie, side!
Middle.
Paulie, don't crap! Paulie, don't crap! Yeah, come on!
Patience, go through the process. Roll.
Switch it.
Go through the processes, boys. Through the process.
On there, 17, out of play, burn like middle! Burn like middle! Get the stage! Hold Brendo! You're getting close. You're getting close to him!
Boys, Finland. Every time that middle, the old bloke middle there, that's how we finish it. Middle, Addy, make perfect take shot. Count, can you want to?
Give away! That's right, go again! It's flick like stick, who's your way? Take care of it,
Weather! Shot through there. Listen to Kevin.
Let's help him out now, yeah? Let's help him out now, yeah? Let's go, quick pass. Work it down. Work up, you good. Dominate, go. Please, go. All day, top. Let's finish. Must finish this straight away, Ken. Stay top. Halfway line, number one. Come on, you're going to be smart. Do. Hey, let's get there! Get him home here! Get him home!
Jake!
Go on, get out!
Let's get a stop! Let's get beyond it! Yeah, get up, boys!
Quick, go! Get up, get there, Lockie! These boys are patience.
Kenny, 1-2 now.
Jono. Pip, out there for you.
No hit back, boys, no hit back.
Let's get a stop here.
going to get a stop down here, boys. Ruben must get a stop there, bro.
Pick up the ball! Pick up the ball! One stop! Get up! Hit! Let's go, man! You smash that guy, eh? Good boy. Hey, big score, boys! Big score!
Top the hole early! I'm talking about that!
Hey, settle.
Forward, keep working! No choice!
Please have a middle. Right, that's what it's about. If you do that switch for the last to go, it's the constant ready to hit that hole. Anyone that goes with the standing watch.
Let's go, stop!
Wait, you're in a few minutes. You're only going to be out 3 times.
Yes! Wait, I want to get him again! Wait, you got a home set, you got a home set! You got a home set!
You can't keep on. Keep on. Hey, this is the attitude part, boys. This is the attitude part.
I'm trying to get back away!
Don't stop. Gotcha. Safe. That's it. Stand back. Just get in front! Penalty! Get in front! In! Get in! Go! Right! Kill it! Right, hey, get a touch! Hey, that's composure. That's fucking composure.
2 minutes, praise and referees. 2 minutes till the start of the second half.
Hey, the word is clinical, Para. The word is clinical, all right? Finish.
Go on that.
Boys, hit that shit. You have to be strong in the ruck. Have legs got to do their job. The middle's, So the guy that does the sweep, he just stands and watches the bump happen, and then by the time the leg picks up, he's going, oh, I'm going to go.
Players and referees ready.
Go, Para. Let's go. Roll to the get-go. Yeah, 20 more minutes. How fucking bad you want this? Elbow! Please get up and help! Yeah! Still. 1 minute. Have your hands up! Eyes up! Eyes up! Eyes up! Eyes up! That's the middle! Oh, you got 6, eh? You got 6.
We need to be ready for the contact. That's our one thing.
Finish up, good. You got it. Good, you killed the ball. Must first. They don't want this, boys. They don't want this. I gotta lift. Nice. Get their piss. Get ready, Paulie. Get ready, Paulie. Get up there. Paulie. Get him. Yeah, That's it, boys. Make the yards slip up. Yeah, nice. Hard against it.
Take one.
Where you go?
Shoot up. Again.
Awesome touch there, buddy. Oi. Arm wrestle. War.
Easy, Chelsea.
They're going to get grubby, eh?
Everyone listen to me. I don't care if they take 2 quadrant and freaking middle. Play the ball clean, make the touch, get on side. What we worry about? If they take it off, we give a shit out there. We rub it
Job says. Inside!
Play strong! Run! Play strong! Play strong!
Kenny, 1-2 now.
Boys, we need to hit holes. I don't give a shit.
Boys, representing.
This is a fucking
Representing them. We've got to hit them.
Stop giving them out high. Get up.
Let's get this stop now. Good boy, Kenny. Good boy, Kenny. Good boy, Vegas. Well done, Vegas. Well done.
Well done, Kenny. Great stuff, bro.
Go on, boys. Hey, Finn, you got to go, Vegas.
Oi. Jab.
It's all right, one set. Just one. Work one.
Work, Dale! Work!
Heads up, bro. Heads up.
We're not going to get those calls, boys. We get it. You're going to get another one.
Get ready. Safety, get ready.
Keep working, get out!
Good boy, JQ. Good boy, JQ.
Great work.
Make sure.
That's quite fucking strike.
That's right there, Jill. It's all you, but they can absorb it so we can smash it for you.
We have to still go with first class. Go to another level this next 10 minutes. Another level.
Boys, there's no walking here. We have to still go with
Come here.
With purpose. Our box! Our box!
Keep going, mate. Keep going. You and Kenny go. Kenny and Ryan are on.
Kenny, just take off, you get him. Trust me, we're fucked.
Boys, we have to go with purpose.
Kenny, our box! Kenny, our box! Hey, stay with the now, boy. One set! Hey, keep the press on! Keep the press on, Ruben!
Musa, are you going?
Keep the press! Get ready! Get the fight! Get up!
We're going to be scrappy. Nice see, boys. Nice see.
What's coming?
We can't just keep rolling. I know we're hurting, they're hurting too. Stop rolling.
Still plenty of time here. We haven't won this. Still plenty of time. Where we've done nothing is enough. We have to live.
Right, lift the intensity, everybody.
Next one. It's all right. Stick in the bongles. Legs, help out! Hold small!
Stop rolling, stop rolling!
Hey, stop! They get up and fucking help. They're just running old school. Bigs have got to get up. Let's finish it! Punch out! Right hard! Go get some
Let's go. Let's go. This is the right. Let's go. This is the right. Let's go. Move the smash. Yes, get up. Holy get up. Last coming. Let's go.
Oi, middle! Stop rolling! End discussion! Don't roll! Everybody get your 65! Everybody!
Hold.
Everybody, let's get loud, okay?
On their drive, stop rolling. You can't keep rolling. You two, you fucking roll back there. You stay up and make it.
Yeah! Use the set,
Come on, boys, let's get loud. We've got 5 minutes left.
This one set.
Everybody get loud. Once we talk,
Let's work out.
It's not him.
On the fourth touch of their roll ball, do not roll. It's like 10 and you stop. Do you understand?
Boys. Don't roll. Don't roll. Everybody get loud!
One set. One back. Talk to one set. One back. Chicken and
Big push, y'all! Let's go! Let's raise the talk! That's it!
Keep getting out of here. Suck it up, Ben! Turn it, go! Take your head! Turn it, go!
Stay out. Stop the roll! Work hard! Pull the down! Get to the ball! Come on!
You get better, boys. Middle for Finn! Middle for Finn! Wide middle, get on! Wide! Fix it, eh? Fix it! Fix it, come on! Talk to him! Oh no, Kenny, let's talk to him! Everybody get loud, we've got one more second! Come on, boys! Forward! Dylan! Dylan! Hit the top, Dylan! Hit the top! Yeah, Dylan! One! Right, Jenny! Sweet, I'm on you, mate. Let's get up and make it! Ruben in the city! In the city! Get down! Ruben, your corner! Don't throw it! Get your heads up, boys! We're not defeated! We're not defeated! Our boys!
Of the next shooter will be the start of the drop-off.
Make the middle chase. Get the ball down in quick. Middle, quick heel. Dummy half run. Quick off the ground.
Ladies and referees ready. Keep running.
old man online!
Round of games will start in approximately 10 minutes time. Canterbury team in order. Number 1, draw. 2 is Logan Flanagan.
Welcome back now to the 2019 VAWDONCUP Grand Final. We're here for the Women's Premier League game to be played between two old combatants, the Canterbury Bulldogs and the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. I'm joined in commentary by recently retired Australian men's open coach Tony Tradden. Tony, this promises to be a fantastic game. Yeah, sure does, Dean. It's a great weather for touch football, slight breeze. Bankstown Touchfield's in great condition given we're at the end of the season. And I'll watch both of these teams on Friday night in their respective semi-finals. And they're both peaking at the right time of the year, so this should be a cracking game, as all Manly Canterbury games are. Yeah, and we're looking forward to this game. Both teams now entering the fields here at VAWDONCUP, the home of Bankstown Touch Association. We're just getting ready now for the national anthems. Who do you think are the key players for the Bulldogs? Oh, well, as always, Louise Winchester, and I mean the evergreen Louise Winchester, she was fantastic on Friday night in the semi-final, and Courtney Young has had an exceptional 2019 for the Bulldogs, so they're probably the two that I see leading the Dogs charge, and they'll cause Manly the most trouble. Yes, and we're here now for the national anthem. We're getting ready now. That's it for this game. We've just seen a magnificent game. Went to drop-off, Tony. Parramatta getting the edge over your club, Western Suburbs. 8-7 in the drop-off. I might like to tell you, I did pick 8-7 before the start of the game. I didn't say which team, but I did say 8-7. No, it was a terrific game. I think West dominated early, and then Parramatta came back well. In I think there were 7 tries in the first 7 minutes, and then defence took hold in the second half. Parramatta held on grimly, and I think West scored a touchdown to tie it up after the siren, and they went 1 for 1 in the drop-off, and Parramatta getting the bickies in the 4-on-4. So congratulations to the Parramatta Division 1 premiers for 2019. It was a great game. Hopefully it's a prelude to what we're about to see here in the women's and then later on in the men's Premier League. Yeah, look, I think both these games coming up are going to be quite exciting. These two teams have gone at each other for a number of years now. And as you said, a couple of absolute legends in the game, in the Winchester sisters, or as Claire Tandek now, married to Aaron Tandek. They'll be key to the Dogs' chances. But Manly Warringah, they've been setting the benchmark probably for 3 or 4 years now in the women's game. They keep producing young talent, and there's one we're watching walk on there now, number 14, young Billy Taylor. It promises to be an absolute cracker of a game. Yeah, absolutely. You've got Laura and Sarah Peaty in the Manly engine room over there, and of course Hannah Dyball, the much maligned Hannah Dyball, arguably one of the best middles in the game, doesn't really get much of the spotlight that she deserves, but she's an absolute machine. We talk about Louise Winchester being relentless, Hannah's relentless, and 2 great coaches. We've got Barry Gibson, long-time coach of Manly, outstanding record with the Manly club, and Peter Forrester, one of the most astute technical coaches in the game, formerly in the men's and the last couple of years in the women's program. So I'm looking forward to the coach battle as well. Yeah, it should be interesting the way that they determine the outcome in this game, what influences they have. And we're away now, and it's the Manly girls tapping off. They're running towards the river end. There's Petey with the ball. Dyball, you mentioned, under at half. Petey dishes off there. They drive into the line. Clifford there, get it down to Dyball. She looks back inside. They slow it down. Good defence from the Canterbury girls. Yeah, good read, Courtney Young then. Dyball long out to the right-hand side of the field. Finds Clifford. It's back to Dyball. She gives it back to Clifford. She gets it down on Tandek. They're out of half now with Nicholas. Nicholas gets it short, and there was a good defensive read by none other than Louise Winchester.
Yeah, nice start by Manly there. Ran a sweeper, looked to come back against the grain, ran a nice little outball and outline, but the Canterbury defence held firm, wasn't even stretched, to be honest.
Yeah, the Dogs now moving out of their half. Winchester with the ball. It's gone to Tandek. They put it in the hands of Logan Flanagan. To Tandek again. Winchester on the wrap. It's the two sisters working it downfield between each other. Here's the last touch. A good set from the Doggies. Nothing really going on. But they've created something on the short side of the field. They get it out. They might have scored there early.
Yes.
There was nothing happening there, Tony. And just a quick shift to the left-hand side of the field. They've caught the Manly girls napping, and they put one on early.
Yeah, there was nothing happening. It was just Winchester to Tandek where they got fresh legs, and I was thinking in my mind, what a bit of a wasted set there, just trying to get fresh legs. But they left actually Winchester and Tandek on, and then on the right edge, I think it was Clifford and Taylor came in, short ball, try. Wow, against the run of play, even though we've only been going a minute and a half.
There's Clifford with the ball. She shifts it out wide now. They get the ball out of there from half. There's Shelley Davis trying to get underneath. But well read there.
Well read there, Andy Law.
Andy Law there. Clifford at the half to Davis. There's Clifford out of half. She looks left. She comes back to the left-hand side. The ball just gone to the ground. I thought they probably had the opportunity there.
Yeah, I think that was on. I think that was definitely on Tyler Gamble at right link. A little bit late to react, and that hole opened up. The ball down.
Now Canterbury working off their line again. That was Jenkins running the ball out. They shifted again towards their box. Law gets it down.
That's a better sup.
Yeah,
a swack in the face.
Yeah, the penalty
and she
there.
got the penalty.
Oh, well, it could have been interesting there.
And she's going to get cautioned, is she?
Yeah,
What's going on here? I think there's a lot going on. Oh, it might be an earring or jewellery. Okay, had us confused for a moment. The referee's picked some... that's not what the penalty was for, but that was the delay of the play.
Canterbury now shifting the ball through their hands. Around comes Chung, but they ignore her on the sweep, and they've gone back to the left-hand side of the field. Winchester drops it back inside now to Tandek. Just resetting now. Alexandria Chung with the ball. She gets it off to Winchester. Chung at half. She'll find Tandek on the diving around on the sweep. There's a penalty there for offside. Well read defensively.
Wow.
That was on the other side of the ruck. I'm not sure about that one.
Don't like that penalty. They're really attacking Manly's right edge. Two great reads and defensive plays by Steph Mayolo there.
Tandek and Winchester working together. Tandek underneath there. That's down, I think.
That's down.
No, they've called the outside player there.
Leapaki making the touch there. Wow. We need to settle down, Dean.
Yes. Well, it started a little bit like the men's first division game. Bang, bang, bang. But now, Canterbury about 8 metres out. Alexander Chung there at the half. She gives it to Winchester. Winchester coming back. She's looking on the outside. The old wizard. The old wizard.
She got it. And the reason I'm laughing, because Winchester was 4 metres outside Leapaki, and those little legs of hers, age shall not weary them, but no match for Packy's speed there.
Flanagan with the ball now. She's looking to go long, but well read defensively that time. It's a penalty to Manly. That's for a forward pass off the ruck, but their defence had held up regardless.
Well done, Manly. There was a few alarm bells there, but their second effort, desperation there. Now they'll come to the box.
Yeah, they're working towards their box. There's Shelley Davis, a good drive down the halfway. The ball being swung out to the right-hand side of the field. And they come now, Dougal, a great drive. They're looking to release out of here from the half. They've got a little bit of a tumble there, but neither Nathan.
Great
Faith
touch.
Nathan there, a really good touch there.
Wow, great touch. Andy Law, Faith Nathan. That started with Shelley Davis tucking the ball under her arm, running a million miles. And then that was followed up even harder by Alicia Tapar, and then Nathan went through, but a great touch by Andy Law. This has been a terrific start to the game.
Yeah, open, flowing play. And here come the Bulldogs, driving down the field again. Tyler Gamble with the ball. She was looking back at field. Again, a heavy collision there from Gamble. She got away with it once and got away with it twice, but well read there defensively from Dougal. Manly get a good stop. Only a couple of minutes there, side of their own 10.
This is not the type of game I was expecting, but I'm absolutely loving it.
Manly now bringing the fresh troops back on the field. There's Rogers with the ball. Clifford at half. There's Sarah Petey. She's driving down. Die ball out of half. She'll be dangerous from there. Gives it to Petey. Petey looking long. She gives it wide. There's an opportunity there. A great touch there from Jenkins. Getting all the way across. Making that touch.
Manly using out balls here, taking on Courtney Young. Switchback, they love to change angles. Oh,
there's an error. They can't afford those errors.
No, I thought for a moment there that they might have had the Canterbury left edge out there with Christy Jenkins a little bit out of play, but the ball went to ground. Canterbury now, there's a penalty for a hard touch, and the physicality has been a little bit more than I expected from both sides. I know Canterbury don't mind it, but Manly don't, but it's going from both sides at the moment, but that's a soft penalty for the Doggies.
Yeah, good defence that time is the Sea Eagles. They're pushing up hard here, trying to trap the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're having trouble getting out of their half, I must say that. The Bulldogs, Manly doing a great work with the line speed, all that. Courtney Young sees to that. Oh!
Knocked down there by Clifford the Younger.
They stripped them of numbers again.
Yep.
A couple of short passes in the middle and then quick to the edge, and they're stripping them for numbers here.
Courtney Young, the 13 from Canterbury. She's been real dangerous all season. Doesn't matter what opposition she's come up against. That speed out of half and just the leg speed has really put pressure on every defence she's faced.
She's had a fantastic season. Started with the Tigers and has carried that on to the Canterbury club.
Yeah, and there goes Tandek out of half. She finds her sister, Louise Winchester, back inside the Tandek. Winchester out of half, looking short to Young, but well read there by Clifford. And the Manly girls holding up here on the last. The old stager there,
yep.
she won't be unhappy about that.
No,
just slow the play down.
Interesting, Dean. We're 7 minutes into the game. We have not seen one attacking long ball. Both teams happy to shift it short and look for spaces on the inside. That could be something to do with the strong breeze. There is a strong breeze right to left of your screen. If anything, it's favouring the Manly team at the moment.
Here's a good drive now from Clifford. She'll look to release out of half. There goes Davis. She gives it back to Clifford.
Oh, good touch.
Down him. And there's the long
there
ball.
Is.
As you called it. And then nothing happening there.
Great read. Great read there by Keely Silver, I think it was, from the Canterbury club there. She takes the next hit up. And the Bulldogs, they need to shift the ball. Oh, physical work there, Shelley Davis. I do feel that the Bulldogs are struggling to get... Oh, and there's an error there. They're really struggling to get to their box, and that's forced an error there by Steph Kelly. And if there's one advantage there for the Manly club, they are subbing and getting better field position than the Dogs at the moment. As Shelley Davis takes a set up here, Clifford at half. Manly will settle things down here a little bit. Davis is just controlling the play. There's a drop ball. Played against, says the referee, Kathleen Spencer. No harm done there.
Here they go, Manly. Clifford with the ball. She's working with Davis. They get it down in front of Nicholas. Nicholas gives it back to Clifford. Clifford looking left and right. Nothing really happening. So she shifts the cut out there to Davis. She'll drop it back inside to Nicholas. Nicholas dumps in front of Davis. Davis throws.
Good read.
That was a really
Logan
good read there
Flanagan.
from Logan Flanagan. Comes out of the line, shuts him down. The Clifford
And
girls
again.
trying to work together. And Canterbury, they're up for this game already. And you can see from their defensive pressure that they're really in the contest.
Absolutely. Their structures and their shape is really good in defence. One-on-one, they're nowhere near as quick as Manly. So Manly have done some really good defensive sets with second efforts and a bit of speed, but the Canterbury defensive efforts has been more about shape and structure. They've got a very, very nice shape about them. Jesus, physically.
And look, that's going to be
That's
a penalty.
going to go against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with that.
Yep.
Logan Flanagan, really physical, putting a hand in the face there of Shelley Davis. She'll have to be careful of that. She is a physical player, Logan.
There's been a few of them, hasn't there, so far?
Yeah, look, no love lost between the two teams, and nor should they be in the grand final. I'll tell you what, Manly, not as slick as they've been all year so far in this game, but still plenty of time to work in. They're only one down on the scoreboard. Here they go. They drive back inside. There's Steph Molly out from half. She's come back to the left-hand side of the field, but well read there by Canterbury. That's Courtney Young. Very good defence.
Yep.
Nothing happening there so
That's
far.
dummy
That's
half.
the last.
That's dummy half, referee. We've already had one
Dummy
incident
half.
today with the referee not knowing what the dummy half
Yeah,
is.
she's got the signal
Let's
from the
not do it
sideline.
again. Thank you.
There's got the signal from the sideline.
Good communication between the three referees there. That's what we lacked in the Division 1 game. That was very good.
Canterbury now looking to shift the ball off the mark,
Off the mark.
there, and she knew it herself. Flanagan knew she was off the mark. Now here's a chance for the Sea Eagles. They're camped deep inside the Canterbury half. Mioli just telling them what she wants. There's Dougal, one off the ruck. They give it to her now. She comes back there.
You know, their shape is good. The Dogs, they're not biting. They're not coming out of their line unless they absolutely have to. Law's been good at that left middle position, and she's won the ruck there.
Yeah, and penalty for hooking. I've got to apologise to Alicia Tapar. I keep calling her Dougal. That's because I coached her before she was married.
Yep.
And it was Alicia Dougal. Alicia Tapar. Anyway, so now Canterbury driving out of their half. There's Gamble again. Well read there by Rogers. She comes in and makes the touch. Bit disjointed this time, the Bulldogs. Tandek on the field now. That's the experience. There's a better run. On the last now, Tandek out of half. And it's really been the experience of Tandek and Winchester at the moment. They've controlled the ruck. They've controlled the speed of play. And that's paying dividends so far on the scoreboard.
Yeah, to be honest, neither team have really settled very well as far as settled their emotions in the game and actually settling the ruck. Canterbury certainly aren't rucking well. The best they're doing is getting 10 metres over halfway. They need better field position if they want to keep this tenacity up.
And here's a better drive, and they're going around. There's Nicholas on the wrap. Oh, but no half there. And it was last touch anyway.
Yeah, that's very unmanly-like, isn't it?
Yeah, very. So they look rattled at the moment. We're having a look at the coaching box now. There's a bit of chat down there.
Yeah, well, Barry's a very experienced coach. He's only got to look up the scoreboard and say, look, we're not at our best and we're still only down by 1, and they can certainly put some tries on. So I wouldn't be panicking just yet, but I'll be just trying to find a way to get both teams just to get into their rhythm. Maybe slow down a little bit, cut down on the physicality, get in your rhythm. See, there's Canterbury once again, only getting towards 10 metres over halfway.
Yep. But again, that was Winchester out of half, throwing dummies left and right.
Oh, cheap turnover.
Mistake there.
Diable to Myola, not playing the ball correctly. The referees have been busy in this game.
They have. Here they go now, Diable. There's Chung. She shifts it out now to Crawford. Crawford's got the ball there. She'll get it down in front of Chung. Off to Gamble. Gamble was looking to release, but nothing happening. Good pressure there from Diable in the middle of the field.
Absolutely.
Getting up on Tandek to try and cut down time. Chung with the ball. She gets it down in front of Diable. There is Tandek now coming through on what they call a rooster. They'll go again. I've looked at a double shift.
Yeah.
Oh, and I tell you what, if that pass goes long to Crawford.
Yeah, but it was the right idea. But
it was the right idea. Sammy Rogers was committed. They had the opportunity.
Just the dump too close to the scoreline, which put a lot of pressure on the ball player there. If that could have been another metre away from the ball, from the scoreline, different scenario. But just for me, again, they got a penalty 15 metres out and it took them 5 touches to set up 1 shot.
Yeah, they're very structured at the moment, orientated. Here goes Diable. She's been trying really hard so far from Manly. She's probably been about their best, along with Petey, who's got the ball now. She gets it down in front of Kennedy. Kennedy will go to half again. They find Clifford. And there's now Davis. Davis brings back Clifford. Brittany Clifford back on the inside.
Oh.
Taylor Clifford now goes back to the right. Davis switches back to the left. There's the Clifford sisters working together.
They got numbers.
They had numbers on the right-hand side, but decided to come back left. And not sure what the deal was there. Both you and I, Tony, saw numbers to the right, but they brought it back to the left.
Not sure what happened there. The Dogs were screaming for a forward pass as well as an off the mark. Manly using the ball brilliantly, but they did have numbers on the right and they came back to the left. Again, it's just neither team really settled in a rhythm.
There's Chung now. She drives it. She's in front of Tandek. And there's the old stager again, the champion of the game, Winchester. And her and the sister here will work together. It's like they've got spiders on them at the moment. They can't get touched. And there's Winchester again. It's looking short, but penalty there. Penalty there. And that was a pretty good decision there from the referee.
They're really, really causing trouble, Winchester and Tandek, for the Manly middles and stripping them of numbers with just short interchange of passing.
And smart lines. They're running really smart lines to create havoc there in the defensive line. There's Winchester again. She gives it back to Flanagan. Flanagan short off to Winchester. They're trying to go again. They've given the ball away. And that's going to be down. And that's that foot speed there of Courtney Young getting on the outside of Kennedy. And the Bulldogs 2-0.
Yeah. Running second phase there, but I thought the dump was very close to the line. Shelley Davis has called the touch. I think she was very close there. Kathleen Spence said the ball's gone. It's away. And the Bulldogs 2-1. So I can see they're trying to come back against the ground with phase. Probably need to be a bit further out, but they got away with that one. And you can put that down to Winchester and Tandek, organising a repeat set with a penalty from their middle interchange of passing.
Manly girls now. There's Duff. She shifts it off now to Pack to Parr. To Parr now. Nicholas is out of half. Here goes to Parr around on the sweep. And she's looking down in front of her. And there's Packy out of half. It's solid. The hit.
Oh, there
solid
it is.
connection. Good in
Great
great inside ball.
No,
there.
forward pass.
Oh, the penalty's
Forward
gone
pass.
for a forward pass. It was beautiful to watch,
It
but
was.
that long ball to Samantha Rogers tried to get the ball back inside, but the referees have called it forward.
Yep.
Canterbury now working off their line again. As they drive forward, there's Jenkins, and it is physical out
It
there.
is. It is. I think that was Packy coming in there with the push. Love, she's been involved. Gamble. Oh, there's Gamble again. There's always something happening around Tyler Gamble, number 6 for the Bulldogs. Again, there's that 10-metre mark, which seems to be common for the Bulldogs. They need to do more.
Young again. She's caused havoc like she has all season.
Yeah, certainly.
But that time it was Packy who was able to, Duff who was able to make the touch.
And did it easy. Let me tell you, Courtney Young is no slouch, and I think we both thought that she was away, and Duff just did it easy.
Yeah, and penalty there for throwing the ball away. Man, Canterbury are doing a really good job in holding up the ruck of Manly. They're trying to get the ball down quickly, but they're winning the ruck all the time, the Bulldogs.
Absolutely, and that's disturbing Manly's flow. Here's a chance here, Clifford away.
Brittany Clifford goes out the side. There's die ball. She dummies back inside, but now throws the cutout. It's gone to Petey. Petey to look to get down in front of Mioli. Mioli cuts the ball out. A really good line there from...
Great touch.
That was Crawford coming in. She's a great little winger.
Yeah.
Watched the play of the State Cup Grand Final last year with a busted hand and was probably close to best on ground. And now there's Winchester again, just changing the angle to bring another defender up.
Oh, good play. Good play.
Ball, but the referees found the penalty, and that was late pass, saying.
Yeah, Sammy Rogers did a great job. She sat back after the first touch and shot out of the line and put pressure on Winchester. I thought she got the ball away. Referee thought otherwise. It's probably a good call. And this is a big moment with just over 2.5 minutes to go. The Dogs up 2-0. They really need to stop now and take them to half-time. Manly, they want to get on the scoreboard.
Petey out of half. She throws the die ball. Looking to step inside, just losing a feeding foot there. I thought she might have had Claire Tandek. Although it's got to be a pretty good move to beat Claire. Clifford with the ball. Shifts it now to Petey. She gets Mioli out of half. And again. It just seems... I wonder if she's carrying an injury on that right ankle. It just seems to have collapsed twice underneath. There's Mioli. Mioli looking wide for Chung.
I don't get it. So a couple of times they've got some good drops, some good strike dumps, and if the half takes 1 or 2 steps out, it's going to force the saver to hit or at least come up. But
they look rattled.
Yeah, but they're throwing the out ball straight away, which means the saver's thinking about coming in, but then goes, I don't have to, and they're not really pushing the line.
Yeah,
I'd ask the half. I was Barry. I'd get that girl to get a bit more direct, take 2 or 3 steps out, and then pass it.
They do look a bit rattled, the Manly girls. It's been a long time since they've been behind on the scoreboard in the game by 2, especially in a big game like the Grand Final, the VAWDONCUP. They just look disjointed. There's Davis with the ball. She's working with Taylor Clifford. Clifford back to Davis. She gets it back again. She falls through. They had the numbers there.
Yeah, they don't want to go.
I'd be releasing them. At least put the pressure on those outside defenders from Canterbury. Make them think about it. At the moment, it's all through the middle. And Canterbury are eating it up. There's Clifford.
They should be in no hurry to come forward here, Canterbury.
There's Kennedy out of half. She goes short.
Now that's what you want. And you had numbers. So they actually had 2v1. If they hit Zara Nichols short, there's a big chance as Logan Flanagan came in. And that's what they need to do. They need to punch the line from half.
And they caught the penalty too for Flanagan being offside. And here they go again. This time to Davis. She's looking to get underneath. Well, Tandek has made the touch on the inside.
There's 40 seconds here. I don't think the Dogs should be in any hurry whatsoever to make the touch, but they are. They're not looking at the clock. They don't want to force a strike dump.
Disjointed there. And so far, and you can see the instructions from the Canterbury box. Peter Forrester telling the girls to settle down, just take the 6, work it up the field. And that's what Flanagan is doing, driving forward. Young's on the field. They picked up the penalty. Picked up the penalty. Oh, she's tapped the ball and they're all in front of her there. Oh, that was interesting. Anyway, it's Young at half. She gives it back to
I'd go down
Tandek.
for Young here for a scoop.
I think that's what they'll work on. She'll drop it back inside. Now there's it. And she gets it to Winchester, but the ball's down.
Wow. Take
Manly
a breath.
girls, yes, a very good half of touch. It's the Canterbury Bulldogs 2, Manly 0, and somewhat a surprise scoreline, you'd have to say, at half-time. We'll be back shortly with the second half. Well, welcome back here to the second half. The Manly Seagulls with it all to do. They're down 2-0. Although with a team of their quality, 20 minutes is plenty of time to bring that back. But they're going to have to change, I think, the way that they're playing the game at the moment. We were talking at half-time, Tony, about the fact that the style of game they seem to be wanting to play is look like they're going to shift but then drop back on the inside. And they haven't really then stretched the Canterbury defence. You and I both believe they probably need to stretch the Canterbury defence first before they try and play that inside line.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they look like they're running like outlines, running like chickens and outlines, and then trying to pop it back in. And I don't think the score. I'm not sure at the moment that the gaps are on the inside. When they run those outlines, at least take them out and go one-on-one. If you value yourself and you back yourself for foot speed, take them on one-on-one. If not, then the half should punch the line to drag the line to shut and then rip. And I think both of those skill sets are well within Manly's range.
Especially against Canterbury when their experience and their real quick foot speed is in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
That's the Dogs now, and there's Winchester. Slowing it up young. There was good pressure from Dyble. She has been good. Her and Petey have probably been the best. And Tapar, I would say, so far from the Sea Eagles. But here they go again. They've got a set play here, the Bulldogs. That's Young again. They're stepping left and right, but I think that play might have faltered. And there goes Tandek out to Winchester. She can create the opportunity again.
Magic!
The old danger.
Oh, that's footy.
But what about
footy?
It was, but what about the work from Winchester?
Yeah.
Gets the ball with nothing on, changes a line, steps back inside, the defence comes with her, her sister reads the play, goes around a simple wrap, perfectly timed pass, and the Dogs 3-0 up.
And mate, to sound a little bit cliche, but it's apt. How many times do you think they did that in the yard as kids? Little runarounds. That is brilliant. I've got the biggest smile on my face. That's great footy.
Forget the backyard, Tony. I can tell you how many times they did it when they were playing for Australia. It's about 148. Here goes the Seagulls now.
Better.
They're coming out of half. They're looking long to get through, but again, they come back to the short side.
I don't get it.
Open.
She had the saver. She had Andy Law pulling corner. She had Courtney Young ready to shut. And Andy Law has been terrific for the Dogs, number one. Look, let's see her change angles there, Andy, and have Shelley Davis covered. Had Shelley Davis covered there. I just don't get it.
Yeah, and then they throw the long speculator with poor skill set there. And now the Dogs, they're in control of this game. And there's Gamble. Good drive towards the box. And now they're going to get their fresh troops on. There's Young. She'll drive it forward. And here they come again, the Bulldogs. They're down in front. They swing the ball wide. And they're going to drive hard into the attacking line. Here's Winchester back on the field, but they're not going to ignore her.
Oh.
Well, there's not too many players who choose to ignore Louise Winchester.
Shannon Bissett. Shannon Bissett.
I'm going to have a crack myself here, Squeeze.
You put your feet up, Louise, for a bit.
Here comes the Sea Eagles. Well, bonus. There's
What's
a
that?
forward pass off the ruck.
Okay.
The referees, and we might mention the referees. This is a first today, the first time ever we've had 3 female referees in the grand final of Women's Premier League at VAWDONCUP.
And I must say, they're doing a great job because all our conversations have been about the football and the strategy and not about any controversy with the refs. So hats off to them. I hope I don't jinx them. There's another half to go.
There goes Flanagan on the outside. She's looking, but well read there by Nicholas. She pulls it up.
Yep, she's spot on there again.
Yeah,
she's spot
very
on.
good decision.
The one thing I will say, they have been consistent, the 3 refs. And to me, from up here, they're refereeing as a team, and I guess that's all you can ask for. So, and there we go again.
And another forward pass off the ruck.
But I don't think you can argue with that. And Manly aren't arguing with it.
No, because it was.
Yep.
It was forward. There's a little bit of strife here for the Sea Eagles. You've got Winchester, Tandek,
Flanagan.
and Flanagan on the field. And they've got a...
Alicia Tapar, we talk about Louise Winchester, evergreen in the machine. Alicia Tapar has been engine for this Manly team for so long.
They go again. There's Tandek and Winchester getting in each other's way that time. That's probably happened a lot at home too when they're rushing to the fridge to get some food. But Winchester now with the ball. She gets it down in front of Flanagan. Flanagan will zip long here. There it goes. And well read there by Sam Rogers. Even if the ball had gone into Beck's hands, Sam Rogers had it covered.
It's not often you beat Sammy Rogers on that, but I'll tell you what was interesting. Logan Flanagan picked it up. So she locked and loaded. But Claire Tandek, I think it was, read that Alicia Tapar had gone man on and switched back to the short. If Flanagan had seen that and hit her, that was a touchdown back on the short side.
And here's a good run now from the Sea Eagles. They've driven hard into the... And here goes Dyball. She's been good out there. Pooty out of half. And she's got him on the short side. She steps back inside.
Offside.
And well read.
Yes.
Well read. Change of direction there from Tandek. She was doing all the right things shadowing, but as soon as she changed direction, that was smart from Pooty.
Just put her hand out. That's ball down. Oh, the ref's all over it.
Yeah. And there's just the skills levels that you don't normally see from Manly letting them down.
Yeah.
Here they go again, Winchester.
Good line speed, Myola.
Yep, getting up, putting the pressure as Flanagan just jumps on the outside of her. Here they go again, driving to their box. That was Alexander Chung. There's Winchester, too smart, just throws a short dummy. Young on the field now, drives hard into the Eagles' half. There goes Crawford, just it back to Young. Quick hands out to Tyler Gamble. She gets it back to Young.
Well, that's forward.
But that's forward, but they've let that go.
No, she's got it.
Yeah,
it's great refereeing. I'll tell you, they haven't missed a trick, the refs.
No, they've been very, very good.
Yep.
Just noticed Barry Gibson very politely asked a question of the referee, got their response. He acknowledged that too.
Yep.
Here you go, Manly. Petey with the ball. She gives it back to Rogers. They're just trying to slow up and get fresh troops on. And here they come. There's Davis to Taylor Clifford. Taylor Clifford drives down in front of Davis. She's out of half. She goes to the left. They just slow it down again. I don't know if that's the play they want. And Davis out of half to the left. Comes back inside. They've picked up a penalty, but
I don't like that one. But anyway, Courtney Young pulled her corner well. Andy Law, I thought, was onside, came up. Tyler Gamble shut the hole. That's where I just think they have to look longer. They got to look wider. Stop persisting with the inside holes. But they get a repeat set here. Let's see what they can do.
There's Davis. She's trying to get underneath him, but too clever there. It was Andy Law and Tyler Gamble working well in defence. I'd like them to try and stretch them and attack the edges rather than keep consistently turning it back inside. Kennedy with the ball, trying to get the Dogs up. That's down in front of Clifford. They get it back to Davis again, goes back on the inside, and the Canterbury defence just sitting there waiting. I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind seeing, with the scoreboard, there's 13 to go as the Seagulls attack back to the left-hand side as we're looking at the want to come back inside.
Nothing
there's nothing
there.
that Kennedy
Nothing
puts
there.
it down. They need something, the Seagulls. They've been playing young Lucy McDonald on the wing. Maybe it's time to bring her in the leg or bring her in the middle and inject some speed, foot speed there. See if they can just change something up.
Let her have a go from half. She can run from half, Lucy. Clifford can throw a ball. Like to see a long ball. I'm going to ask the question, Dean. Are the Manly girls, especially in attack and maybe in a little bit of composure, missing Danny Davis at this point in time?
Well, I think they're definitely missing her experience and her talk and confidence out there, because she's the type of player who likes to come out of half and then go long and put the pressure on the defensive team. And that's what Canterbury have done to the Seagulls. The Seagulls aren't doing that. They're just taking that 1 or 2 steps when they get into the red zone, out of half, and then trying to drop it back inside all the time. Kennedy driving it forward. She pushes off to Brittany Clifford. Here they come again, the Seagulls. Sammy Rogers there. Nicholas will go to half. And there's a problem there. They've had 7 or 8 people on.
7 on. 7 on. Substituting outside the box. 7 on. And with 12 minutes on the clock's not a factor yet, but it will be if the Dogs can get the next one and be 4 zip. Then the clock, even this far out, becomes a factor.
Here they go again. And there's Bissett. She drops it back inside to Tandek. Gives it back to her sister Winchester. Winchester and Tandek working close. There's a little...
Oh, great read.
Pass.
Is that Sarah Petey?
Oh, I tell you what.
Oh, she's going to be penalised.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a penalty.
No, but you see what was happening there with the Winchester and Tandek. They can see that Manly are manning up. They're looking to switch back to the short side now. I don't know about it from a middle. It might work, but I think it'll definitely work from middle link, especially with Flanagan, who can throw a long ball. They have to go man on with her. Face play, Flanagan.
Yeah, good defence there too. Tapar.
Well done.
Alicia Tapar coming in there.
And a penalty for Myola being offside there.
Yep, it was. There's Chung now at half. She'll look back inside. She finds Tandek. Here goes Winchester sweeping around. They ignore Winchester and go back to Tandek on the left.
Good change-up play. Good change-up.
There's Chung again. She gets it down in front of Winchester. She dumps it, goes long. Oh, good hands there. Great hands there from Keely Silver.
Good hands.
Winchester there. And it's just that the sisters, they're just working so well together.
I'm not sure Peter Forrest will mind this because it's just taken a minute and a half off the clock, this double set here. And as I said to you, fairly soon it's going to become a factor.
That's good play again there from the Dogs. It's a late pass this time. Yeah, it's getting to the stage where they're going to have to come home better than Kiwi to win the cup.
Yep, I think they're still okay, Manly, at the moment. There's 10 minutes on the clock. 3 touchdowns is certainly doable. Even though the Dogs are defending well.
Driving forward there to par now. There's Rogers in the half.
Oh, it's happened again and it's clear. It's clear substitution outside the box. Wow. They only got 5 on here, Manly. Clifford realises that and jumps onto the wing. She'll slide into the link position now. Wow, this is a big moment.
Here's Winchester with the ball. Back in the hands of Winchester. She looks left, she looks right. She goes back to the right-hand side of the field. The ball down there.
Just caught in 2 minds, Flanagan there. Does she go short? Does she go long? They've got a 6 to go call.
6 to
go. Wow. So if she went long, it was on. She just got caught in 2 minds. Manly must have got a piece of that ball.
Manly girls, they're starting to get frustrated in their box.
Oh, that's a penalty. Few words exchanged there. Shelley Davis having a few words.
She's been 4 subbed.
So they're down to 5 at the moment. Davis working her way to the box.
It's in the hands of Tandak. She pushes it wide to
They've
Jenkins.
got him.
They've got him numbers. They've got a number. Oh,
That's down.
there's a touch.
Yeah, that's down.
That's down because the player was
That's down.
offside.
Correct.
It was called Rogers hasn't made the touch. I thought the ball was down.
Smart play by the Dogs. They realised Manly were down as the replacement was made. They took it right, then came back hard left to where they were stripped for numbers and took advantage of the 6v5. You don't see too many teams execute that as well as they did just then.
And now Manly, all to do in front of them. They've got 8:14 left on the clock to be able to get back into this game. And they're trying to get on the outside there. That's in with the hands of Nicholas. Nicholas gets it down in front. It's with Taylor Clifford now. She's going to get down in front of Kennedy. Kennedy
That's
goes out
better.
of half. That's
Much better.
Good better than that's better.
Look at the winger. Look
attack.
at Lucy McDonald.
Yep.
Open. This is where they got to look, but much better Sarah Petey, much better from Manly.
But we've been saying that since the 5-minute mark of the first half. That's where they
Yep.
should have been going. Maybe the pennies dropped. There's Canterbury now. They've got a commanding 4-0 lead. They're driving it downfield in the hands of Beck, and there's another collision.
Clifford. This is good work by the referee. Just have a chat, calm it down. It's getting a little bit crazy.
Oh, she's put it for time.
Wow.
Put it for time. That's a big call.
Wow.
But there's been a few of those.
Yep. And I think what she said, the referee Spence, then is we've just substituted somebody. We're not going to do it again. You can go for a period of time. And so that was the team warning.
Yep.
And they're not going to do it again. And this is a massive moment in the game with still 7 minutes to go. If the Dogs get a touchdown in the next two possessions.
And now they come Winchester. And she goes, and a great ball
They got it.
there. Yeah, too smart from Winchester.
She's carving
Through
it
the
up.
little dummy and then released again. She's been sensational here. And she's found Steph Kelly there, I believe, around on the sweep as she came around. Sorry, that was Bissett.
She is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, she's just got such a smart touch footballing
She's
brain.
one of the greatest I've ever seen play. If I had a regret in my life, it was never to coach this girl. She is one of the greatest male or female players I have ever seen in my life. She's unbelievable.
Manly now, they've got all to do, 6:23. They've certainly got the skill to get back in this game. That's with Brittany Clifford. She gets it back to Mioli. She drives and gets it down in front of Petey. Petey comes back to the short side. Mioli, she finds Mioli, but well-read defence.
Late pass, I think.
Pass.
Yeah. Geez, their defensive structures have been good, haven't they?
They
They
have.
have been so good. We can talk about what we think Manly should do or shouldn't do, but the fact is the Dogs' defensive structure, their shape has been terrific.
It has, and it's often talked about what you do in attack that wins your games, and not often talked about what you do defensively that wins your games.
Yeah, defence
Here
wins your
goes the
tournaments.
Dogs again. They're driving forward.
Numbers.
They've got numbers again that look forward from up here, but we're not on a great angle.
Well done, Manly.
Very well defended. They should get Clifford back at the end of this set.
Yep.
Mioli now.
Oh.
They just dummy there. Rogers gives it to Petey. She just drives forward. They get their troops on the field.
Gamble up to the hair. That's good work by Gamble cutting
Here
off the
goes
field.
Kennedy. Kennedy now. She's picked the speed of the play up. Has Tapar out of half. And goes back short the side. They persist in wanting to go out of half and step back to the short side.
Yeah.
Maybe they've seen something the way Canterbury played in the last few rounds that they believe that would work. But
possibly, but it's not working today, so they just got to change it up. Well, I know we've been harping on about it, and it may be just too late now, but I really believe, Flanagan's been shutting hard as she should, getting up. They go right to left. Oh, that's off the mark.
Yep, that's a good decision there. The referee picked it up again.
Manly won't mind. Player back on now. Canterbury can run the clock down now, but I suspect they won't even want to do that.
And there's a good step inside from Kennedy. Drew Bissett out. And again, they're just short in numbers and not really committed to the play. Davis now. She'll get it down in front of Dieball. It's been an age since we've called Dieball's name, and she's been really good for the Seals. It's with Nicholas. Down in front of Brittany Clifford. She'll go long here.
Louise. Yeah, good touch. Very nice line, Hannah Dieball. Little jink off the left foot, but Winchester stretches, just makes the touch, and it's the last touch.
But again, in games past, you would have saw that ball from Clifford just slide behind Dyball and hit Mioli, who was open. They just haven't seemed beyond their game.
Well, let's give a lot of credit to the Dogs. They're about to win the 2019 VAWDONCUP with just over 3.5 minutes. They're 5-0 up. Comprehensive performance. They won the 2018 State Cup, and we know how good this Manly team is, and we know what a dynasty they've created. So when you beat them once, it's a real victory. They've now beat them twice in a row in big tournaments.
And there goes Winchester again. She's got spiders on her. They don't want to touch her.
Yep.
The way she plays the game with the ball out in front of her.
Yep.
Tempting the defence all the time. Am I going to pass it? Am I going to run?
Holds it out in front, old school, doesn't she?
Yep.
So the Doggies getting on top of the Roosters, I think, if I'm right, in the grand final of the State Cup.
Yep.
And the Roosters beat Manly in an upset in the semi. So.
And the Dogs beat the Roosters on Friday night in the semi-final in a very good game.
So they are true champions. They are back-to-back State Cup and now VAWDONCUP champions, and I just can't wait for the 2019 State Cup.
Kennedy plays through, but the referee said, and that was again good defence from the Doggies. They didn't overplay their hand defensively. They just ran the line.
Set of a hell of a game, Andy Law. She did that easy. Did that easy.
Here they go again. Winchester gives it to Gamble. Gamble just caught well there by Marley. Winchester looking to get to the sub-box. She'll get off there now, getting ready to celebrate a victory.
Oh, Gamble. Gamble's got the Sivu palm. The fan.
Yep.
Miko Sivu.
Here they go with Alexander Chung under there, and she throws a dummy. Normally the set-up girl for the Bulldogs, but that time wanted to have a crack herself. Manly, can they get up the field? There's 1:49 to go. Can they get on the board? I can't remember seeing the Manly Women's Open ever held to nil. And here they go. They come on, and Petey, she's tried hard all day. Has Tapar. They get it back inside there. It's to Pucky. Out of there is Petey. Petey goes long again.
Oh, good read. Good read. Wow, they got 1 minute and 20 seconds, the Dogs, before they claim the crown of VAWDONCUP and possibly, and can you believe we're saying this, keep Manly scoreless. Manly Women's. One of the greatest champions we've seen in the modern era of touch football.
If you said Manly were going to be kept scoreless in this game, you would have got my money. I didn't think there was any way, but the defence from the Bulldogs has been fantastic. Here goes to Parr. There's still time on the clock. There's 49 seconds. Can the Sea Eagles get one? As they drive forward. Hey, get to the Petey on the outside. She's driving hard in. Manly are the Canterbury defence just absorbing at the moment. And there's no half there.
No. So this is a man-on situation now.
Yep.
And that's it. And that will be all she wrote. And it will be a 5-0 scoreline.
Yep. And Peter Forrester, he's been a fantastic coach in the sport. He's had success at men's level. He's had success at women's level.
He's a great coach. He's a very, very astute coach. He's a passionate coach. He loves his Bulldogs club. He was jumping like a 20-year-old in December of 2018 at the State Cup. I don't know if he should do it again. He'll do a hip here. Oh, he puts his arms in the air.
And the Canterbury faithful, they're all on that sideline.
Yep.
And that's a tremendous victory for the Canterbury girls. 5-0 over Manly. Manly won't be pleased with the way they played. They've played a lot better than that over the years, and even through this event, they've been far, far better. It's an unfortunate way for them to bow out of this tournament.
Yeah, again, definitely. Minor premiers.
The minor premiers. But you just look at the Canterbury team, like, if you're going to pick the team at the beginning of the year who you thought might win the game, or win the championship, in all honesty, Canterbury might have been third line of betting. The Sea Eagles would have been first. The Roosters, with Quinlan and the pickup of Nola Campbell and the pickup of Tara Moy, might have been on second betting with Canterbury possibly. But that's an outstanding victory. Congratulations to Canterbury, congratulations to Peter Forrester, and congratulations to their two veterans, Claire Tandek and Louise Winchester, who just keeps going and going and going and had an outstanding game. We'll be back shortly with the Men's Premier League final. Welcome back here to Valavar, home of the Bankstown Sports Touch Association, and they are about to play in their first ever Men's Premier League Grand Final. Deservedly so to be in the game too, but I'll tell you what, they're up against the juggernaut in the Doyleson Dragons. Tony, how do you see this game going?
Oh, well, it can go either way, but they are a juggernaut, the Doyleson Dragons. They have been terrific this year. Little hiccup last week of the country champs, but going down to the wire to a very good Wollongong team in a drop-off, so there's absolutely no shame in that. Disposed of the mighty Penrith Panthers on Friday night, 6-3. They will be hard to beat. Bankstown, newcomers to the big stage, but over the last 6 years have really developed as a force in the sport, as have Doyleson. So it's really, for want of a better word, two of the new kids on the block, although it's taken them some time. They have really arrived over the last 5 to 6 years as the teams to beat. And Bankstown are no easy beats themselves. So it'll be interesting. You've got Bankstown who have terrific technique and strategy, but that has to be on the line. In offense, they like to position themselves on the line, use quick passing. Daniel Stone has been on fire. I think he won the New South Wales Player of the Year. They're led around the park by the evergreen Roy Prasad. And then you got Dawson, the juggernaut, and that's how they play. They come out of that middle third with speed. Their set plays are on the back of flow. Probably the fastest out of their hands with their passive plays. The electric speed of Dylan Thompson, electric speed of Alex Langbridge and his passing game. And this year especially, Daniel Langbridge, who's been a little bit, with no disrespect, in the shadow of Alex in the last, say, 2 years. In the last 12 months, has really stood up to make the middle his own on that left edge. He's been phenomenal. Had a terrific game in the semi-final against Penrith. Had a brilliant state of origin last year in 2018, or actually, sorry, last year, 2018. So this could go either way, but I probably want to just, before a ball is touched, I see the middle third as being the key. Now, Bankstown need to get down to the end if they want to score tries. And Doyleson are just brilliant on touch 1, 2 and 3 with their line speed. And if they win that line speed in D and don't allow Bankstown to get down the other end, that's going to really disadvantage Bankstown's play because they don't score a lot out of flow. So that's where it's going to be won. If Bankstown can beat that press, that high line speed, and get down there or earn a penalty, that gets him into the game. So we'll see what happens in the middle third.
It was interesting on Friday night. A lot of interest in the Doyleson Penrith game, with Bundy being out after an injury at the Country Championships. Many thought that Doyleson might miss out. The Penrith team were playing pretty good touch at the time, but they all seemed to step up and cover for Bundy. And I think your summation of this game is pretty much on the money. That middle third is going to be really, really important.
You can't replace a Scott Bundy.
No, you can't.
But Dawson have had this all year. Now, he's a big name in that, but even when the majority of this team were playing as the Newcastle Knights in the NRL Touch Premiership, not all of them, but the majority, it was always a case of next man up when people were unavailable, injured or league commitments. That's continued the VAWDONCUP, double headers and such. Dawson have just said next man up, whether they had 10 or 11 players. So they're used to that. You can't replace a Scott Bundy, but I don't see that as being a killer blow for Dorlo because they've really worked with these young kids, the Jesse Jenkins and Kurt Donahue's and that. They just step up and it's next man up and they trust these guys. So he's a big-time player, Scott, inspirational leader, but he isn't the be-all and end-all to this team because they are a team. So I'll be interested to see how they go, but I still think they're going to have a lot of firepower.
Yeah, look, everyone will be saying that Doyleson are the favourites here. The Bankstown boys, they've really come out and shown all comers this year about, well, we're here ready to play. Through circumstance, they've found themselves playing a grand final on their home pitch. Do you think that's going to play anything into it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, they train here. They've been here. This is their home ground. Absolutely. They've got a big club backing them here. Absolutely. And they're a good team. As I said, they're a team that, mate, they dissect you. They sit there and they're tactically brilliant and they dissect you. So it's going to be simply, will they get the time and the field position with the ball to allow them to dissect Doyleson? Doyleson are a very tough side, physically imposing as well. The 1%ers, they fight. They're tenacious. Bankstown have to go with them in that. And, as I said, you've got some big guns here. Langbridge, Thompson,
and
Fitzpatrick.
Donahue, they've got players all over the park.
Yep, but you've got Stone and Rosario and Bazunas and Prasad leading the charge. And these young kids over here, they follow them. And they're not going to be overawed, or at least I hope they're not going to be overawed. So,
and keep an eye out for 95, Kieran Hughes.
Lightning.
We're about to have the national anthem, and then we'll have a couple of minutes warm-up, and we'll be right into this game. And that's the end of the national anthem. They'll warm up quickly and then we'll be into it. It's going to be, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure that many people will give Bankstown a chance against Doyleson. But you know what? I actually think they can spring a surprise.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I have no doubt. I mean, coming into the tournament, coming into the 2019 VAWDONCUP, these two teams were just about everybody's favourites to play in the final, and here they are. And that, you don't get that respect and that support at Bankstown if you can't do something. So absolutely, Bankstown can win this game.
And the thing about it is they're going to have to be with Doyleson at halftime. I don't think that Doyleson's definitely not a team you can give a start to.
No.
And look, I think the speed of this game is going to be phenomenal. Like you said earlier, the Doyleson team are a very quick leg team. They've got a lot of pace out there, and there's some speed in the Bankstown Jets team. The Bankstown Sports Club. It's going to be an amazing game to finish off the 2019 VAWDONCUP final. And I know you're still coaching West Men's Premier League, but is this a prelude to the State Cup final, Tony?
Absolutely, yeah. When I look at the State Cup, I look at these two teams. I was one of the ones that said I think these two teams will play in the final. I don't see any reason to change my mind for the State Cup. I think looking at the VAWDONCUP season that just passed, Hornsby will be better. They've certainly got room for improvement, so I think they could challenge these two. And Penrith are growing at the right time of the year and developing, so I think Penrith could also challenge these two. But if I had to put my hard-earned cash, these would be the two that I would see playing the final, with Hornsby and Penrith possibly throwing an upset in.
We're just about to get ready for this game. The Dawson boys right below us now. And they're going to have the tap off. And let's just have a look at the team that they line up with. They've got Wilton is going to go out there. The two Langbridges, Kia and Simmons are starting off, and Jenkins on the far wing. Interestingly enough, Thompson not in the starting lineup for the tap-off. Keeping fresh.
This I'd look for Langbridge here possibly is the bloke that pulls the trigger off the back of Wilton. Simmons, been around a long time, very experienced campaigner. He's gone largely unnoticed in this team, and he's been terrific for them in 2019. So they've got some experience here. Some
tall timber on the left-hand edge of the Bankstown defensive line out there too. And we're away. That's Jenkins with the ball. Here they go. They're going to swing Langbridge back on the sweep. But no, he ignores that and he comes wide to Keane. Nearly gets on the outside of him.
Good read there. Good read there by Matt Wagstaff.
Yep.
Left winger there. Going to Langbridge's preferred left to right pass early. Let's see what the change-up might be here.
There's Daniel
Langbridge for
down.
Langbridge. Passive out the
play,
back. Oh, Stone, very well read.
And late pass too. That was very well read defensively, as you said, Tony. And now Rosario. I'll tell you what, he's short in stature, but he's huge with his ability in play.
Yeah.
Here they go, the Bankstown boys, driving down the field. Stone with the ball. They get underneath. It's in the hands of Wetherill. There's Stone out of half. He comes back to the left. He throws behind the pass, behind Wetherill, into the hands of Kennedy. But well read there by the Dawson Dragons, defending champions, coming off a surprising loss at the Country Championships, beaten by Wollongong. Up the field they go now. There's Langbridge driving it forward. Thompson on the field. Here comes Fitzpatrick. You watch for those two working together. And Little with the ball now. Fitzpatrick at half. He goes out to his left. He's going behind to Thompson, but the pass is behind him.
So Dawson has started with two passives. Bankstown started with a passive. So far the defence have read it. I'll tell you what, if Webb Bundy will be a loss, is he had a fantastic combination with Fitzpatrick. So I wonder who's going to pick up the mantelpiece there and work with Fitzpatrick, especially with those short open side quickies and quarterbacks. Maybe it'll be Lincoln Little. Time will tell.
Here come the Bankstown boys again. And at the half, and that's
Hughes. He goes Hughes.
And he gets a long ball for Hughes. That's really well read there defensively.
Great read.
It was the big fella, Tommy Dafter, coming in there and reading it. Oh, he's not happy with the mark. Referee Calabria. Oh, well, it was about 10 metres in field. That's why. Little now. Drives the ball. Fitzpatrick at half. He finds Thompson. Thompson drives short of his own halfway. Little now. And here they come. You watch them stream onto the field here. And Donahue drives in. He gets it down now. That's a
Bankstown suck to the line to stop the flow. Not bad play there, Bazoonis and Stone.
And pretty good tactics there. Although here goes Langbridge through. Look at the foot speed. He gets away to Jenkins.
Try, I think.
There's going to be a discussion
Salderns
here.
come in. No.
Yeah.
What have we got here?
Yeah,
A push.
Jenkins pushed away from his defender. That was a pretty good ruling, I thought.
I'll tell you what, Langbridge showed a ton of pace off a standing start. He left Mitchell Gray in his way.
Now.
Intercept.
Jenkins, I tell you what, he had to take that because they were gone for all money down that side of the field.
Yeah, he was. And then great reaction by Stone because I thought Jenkins might go and score.
Langbridge showing it up. Donahue with the ball. Just trying to bring the defence forward. Daniel Langbridge, he'll get it down in front of his brother Alex. A long ball there to Donahue. Very good defence again from Stone.
Yeah, he's on fire on that left edge.
Yeah, he's, as you said, had a very good year. Was the New South Wales Men's Player of the Year.
And you saw that on show on Friday night in the second half where he just tore Western Suburbs apart.
And they go around the short side again. The Langbridge boys working together. There's Alex Langbridge. A very good ball to Daphne.
Wagstaff, ball watching.
Overruled that. Big Tommy Daphne.
Yeah.
He's a big target out there. And
they're calling for a no-touch. Stone arguing, pleading for the no-touch call from the referee. Nothing doing, but still ended up man-on-man. And Wagstaff, the 11 here on the left edge, just got caught a little bit ball watching. By the time he looked out, Dawson were over in the corner.
Prasad, first time he's been on the field, the 26th for Bankstown. He'll direct the traffic out there. And he's working with Matt Weatherall now.
Jeez, how big is that intercept by Jesse Jenkins now?
Exactly. And here they go. There'll be a bit of a static setup here. You can see Evans tucking in behind there.
Yeah, he's looking for Bazoonis for the quick. He wants to try and get the link involved, but Dawson will have nothing to do with it. They're bringing their middles up and bringing them up at speed.
Prasad down in front of Weatherall, gets it back from Weatherall, and he goes long there, intercept, but there's a penalty there.
Yeah.
Off the mark, they've ruled there.
That's a smart play by Dawson. So Prasad's trying to get Bazoonis. He's trying to get him and get Dawson's left link and get a quickie on the out and step back in. So he wants to give it to the left, come back right to left, or he wants to get the left middle at worst. Dawson bringing their right middle all the way over. So they actually have no numbers there, Bankstown. That's a very smart tactical play. And that's going to make life hard for Prasad if Dawson keep defending that way.
And Bankstown looking to suck their defence there. And Langbridge again out of half. He goes short this time.
Frontal change up.
Studden back inside, throws the flick out the back to Langbridge. I tell you what, if Langbridge takes that, they're a chance of scoring.
Nice change up. They ran the passive but hit the front door. Bankstown awake to it.
Evans had found himself on the ground. Shift there now through Bankstown to get to their box. They drive it. Georgie Azzi, a very good drive there into the Doyleson half. Here they come, the Bankstown boys. Here's
Rosario. Overran it. How do you overrun it with feet that are legs that are like 1.5 foot tall?
Here goes Hughes. There's those afterburners. He is quick, the kid.
He is.
And you had some experiences with him. He was the development player for the West Tigers this year in the NR World Premiership. How did you find him, Tony?
He's a great kid. He's a great kid. Just absorbed everything we did, wanted to learn, and quick. Just absolutely lining and developing a nice passing game as well. So he's a star of the future.
As quick as I was when I played.
Just a smidgen.
And there they go again. Donahue, a really good drive. There's Thompson out of half, and he goes long without the back to Fitzpatrick. Well read by Hughes, shutting it down. Good defence there from Hughes. He was up, Fitzpatrick was away, and he just, like lightning, shut it down.
There's a line speed. Oh, great ball. That's shifting to the right edge perfectly. They're really stopping Dawson from getting that line speed, and they're doing a better job in the middle third than I thought they'd be able to. So they're winning that middle third nicely, or at least matching Dawson in it.
And that was your key to victory here today, that middle third. And there's some good ball that's gone long. He put it down, but I think the pass might have gone forward there from Bazoonis.
Interestingly enough, we are 7 minutes into the game. Wagstaff, Weatherall, the two wingers haven't come off. That suggests they're going to play the full 40, I'd say. We'll look and see if anybody gives them a breather, but at the moment, they're staying left and right.
Donahue, he comes forward to his box, and on they come.
Oh, great work, Wilton. Great work. Just snuck an extra 15 metres for Dawson. Here comes the drive. Langbridge for Langbridge, left to right, passive. Not quite there, but enough to earn the penalty. Give that penalty down to number 10 there. Mitch Wilton, he earned that beautifully.
Yeah, Bazunas and Evans getting caught out that time. Now, with 12 still to play in the first half, there's danger on the field. The Langbridge boys working together. Daniel not happy with the setup there, so he gets the ball back. He's there with Wilton.
I think they're going to come back to this left edge of Bankstown, try and catch the link out here. Siemens out the back, left edge, front door. Oh,
Yeah, late pass.
good defence. Good defence, Zach Bazunas. Good defence.
I was a bit worried with that early touchdown, whether they get blown apart, but
No.
and here they go again. Evans with the big dummies.
Oh.
Just a touch there.
Great touch, Wilton.
Just on the edge.
But
mate.
he was away. Tristan Evans.
I was saying, though, I was a bit worried that they might get blown away, but I tell you what, they've built
No.
into this game, and momentum, as you said, they're winning the middle third, and wouldn't be surprised if they put one on the board here shortly. Prasad
ML
gets it
shape,
down.
ML. Oh, great D.
Yeah, very
Great
good
D.
defense.
Man on there, right middle. Langbridge held the left middle. Alex Langbridge went out to the passive and gave them nothing.
Yeah, Wilton very well defended that time. The Stone came screaming through the middle, looking to load up and go long.
Yeah. Interesting. So Bernie Morrison and Rashik Prasad over there in the Bankstown box with the Roy Prasad as a player. They're very analytical. I wonder if they see that. I wonder if they look at that man on shape and think, let's switch back against the grain there. Try and catch the right middle chasing in. Let's see.
Little driving in hard there. He went away from Fitzpatrick. Not sure that was the play. I thought if he get it down there.
Thompson looking to sweep.
Maybe he goes around. He gets it back from Fitzpatrick to Thompson. Wagstaff. He nearly did a fantastic job there.
Oh, he did, but he was in. He was in, and if the ball beats him, that's another touchdown. Does he need to be in? Because Stone looked like he's recovered nicely.
Well, as you said, the coaching staff and one of their lead players are very analytical about the game. It's obvious the way that they've started their defensive shape. They actually want Wagstaff in that pocket there. So
They do, but it won't take long for Dorlo to read that and just
Fitzpatrick.
bomb away.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick nearly gets underneath Azzy there, but Azzy makes the touch. A lot of chat there in the box below us from Doyleson. Positive words being spoken. Thompson with the ball. He gives it back to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick back to Thompson. Thompson gets it back to just between the two of them. They're going long. Well read there, Bazunas. Daniel Langbridge saying, let's run around them.
No, I think he's saying if they don't score here, let's get around them. Let's lift them up. Which
There's
is
a long ball, a great ball from
Don't
Thompson.
worry about
but-
getting around them. They scored, Daniel.
Yeah.
Great ball right to left.
Yeah, Hughes made the touch, but just got there
Yeah.
late. But what a great bullet pass there
Yeah.
from Dylan Thompson.
Nice hole, Jared Rodimer. 2-0. You do not want to let Dawson get 3. They are hard to run down, I'll tell you.
It's interesting, they probably spent the last 5 minutes attacking the right-hand side of the field.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they went bang back to the left, found the hole and put one on the board.
Yep.
Penalty to Bankstown on the Doyleson 10-metre line.
Bankstown will want to answer back soon.
Here goes Prasad, he's down in front of that Stone. Stone with a great ball out the fat back, but well read defensively.
I don't think you're going to beat Dawson on passives on the out. Front doors maybe, switchbacks maybe, but not on passives on the out. Not against this team.
Prasad and Rosario and Stone, they're their keys. They've got their 3 key players out there recognising the need to get their team on the board. Prasad drives in, Stone out of half. He goes this time, and
Not on the out.
ball just put on the ground. I tell you what, if Weatherall takes that, the defence was coming, but it would have been interesting.
Oh, Langbridge had him. He's a machine. He's so quick, Alex Langbridge. I think he would have comfortably got him. I'm just not sure they'll get him that way. They might get him once. I don't know that they'll get him twice.
Here they go again, Little. He's getting down in half. And there goes Rodimer, the long ball back.
Well done.
Yeah, well
Well
read by
done.
Wagstaff. Rosario driving out now. Stone with the ball. He releases
Great
out
release.
wide. Weatherall.
Great release.
They're working well down that side. Oh,
They're making good yards, Bankstown. They just can't find a way to score.
Well, I think when they get down, here's Hughes on the Bazunas.
Here's a chance.
Bazunas is
Better.
under. Bazunas is under, and the local crowd are really happy about that.
That's come on the back. A great drive, a strike dump. Kieran Hughes uses his speed to come out a half short ball. Nice line by Zach Bazunas. Gets on the outside of the Dawson middle.
Well, as you said before the game, that middle third's really important to victory here. And that's where that touchdown came. It wasn't down there in the 5-metre line. It was the work that was done through the middle third that set that play up.
It was a terrific release from Daniel Stone on touch 2. A long ball to the link, a dump, and then another release to the winger, and then another nice hit up the short side, and that just got to move him forward. Here comes Dawson on the hit back. And they hit back.
And they do, and that was really well set up. Thompson.
No,
he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. The referees have ruled they've dropped the ball.
Well, Wagstaff has dodged a bullet there. He's come all the way in.
But it was a really well set up play. The way that Thompson went around there at speed and changed the angle back to the short side. Here they go again. Bankstown. Bazunas with the ball. As he looking to get underneath him. They're looking for Stone underneath, but they've gone back to numbers. He had to give it to the left-hand side, not go back to right.
They just slowed the strike dump down a fraction because the support players hadn't gotten a position, and that let Dawson off the hook.
Here they come again, driving out of their half. Donohue's been strong so far. There's Studden. Studden gets inside Bazunas. He gets it down now. He gets the ball off. But there's a penalty there for overstepping the mark. Wagstaff takes the touch. Gets it to Bazunas. Now with Stone. Stone releases. Good again. Here they go again. They find Prasad right on the sideline. Here he is. They'll drive back in field. Hughes has been really busy so far for a young kid.
Absolutely.
Prasad.
He hasn't been daunted by the occasion, has he, at all?
In
Here he goes again. He's got him.
He got him. He got the speed. Look at that
He's
speed.
Oh.
And I was just about to say, Tony, you said he hasn't been daunted. I actually think he's embraced it.
Yeah, he has. He has.
He says, here I am. I want to show you what I've got. And then he wants to take it on.
With Lincoln Little.
There's not much of him.
No.
But I'll tell you what, he's standing up.
He's having a go.
2-1, the Doyleson Dragons lead, 5 to play in the first half. They're driving it forward into the Bankstown half now. On comes Thompson, on comes Langridge, on comes Fitzpatrick. That spells danger. Langridge drives in, he goes round Thompson again. They play the same play they tried last time when they dropped the ball.
He's gone out.
Yeah, very good decision there.
He's gone out.
Referee Luke Saldern saying that he'd stepped out.
Yep.
Yeah, very good decision.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, that's twice they've run that play and twice they've nearly got a result.
They fancy the left edge of Bankstown. They fancy him. They know that they shut down a bit, and they fancy getting outside him. And they've got it once. They've almost had a number of times. They've got to address that at half-time, Bankstown. It's just a matter of time.
Just notice big Tommy Daffner from that wing. He's come off. He's limping and he's...
He went down heavy on that right
And there's another... What a great pass, Bankstown! What a great pass, a flat ball across the face of the Dawson defence. They were probably waiting for him to set up for Stone, but instead it was Weatherall who went out a half and threw a flat rocket straight across the face of the defence to Daniel Stone running a beautiful outline. And all of a sudden, we're all lined up at 2 apiece.
Stone's gone from provider to receiver, and wow, Bankstown, the last couple of minutes have just gone bang, bang. Dodged a couple of bullets with a drop ball and gone out, and they've gone bang, bang, and they're back in the game. Now, they need to stop here. That's going to be very important.
Donohue with the ball. He works it out. There's a penalty there for not moving forward. Donohue looking to go the quick tap.
Okay, they're going to set here. Look for Alex Langridge at left edge here to link up with Wilton. Simmons has been switched over to the right edge, so let's see what they've got on here.
There they go. They're pushing. Oh, he stepped on the outside, Donohue. He's a very talented young player. They get the ball long outside. Well read defensively.
Backos, well read Backos. Let's see, they're still setting up here for Langridge. I get the feeling on the left edge. Now they switch. Simmons comes around the back. Langridge
with the foot speed. Tries to get under. Backos makes the touch there. Josh Backos diving in there.
Good play, good change up by Alex Langbridge there, not releasing left to right, actually going at the line. That's going to give Bankstown something to think about in defence.
Here they go again, Langbridge out of half. Oh, that looked forward from up here, but they've let it go.
Oh, good read.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
and Luke Saldern's got it.
Yep,
He
and
had
good
the-
read by Wagstaff on that left edge on that occasion. Well done.
Yeah, he's been burnt there, nearly burnt twice.
Yep.
He's read it well that time. So
Open
look-
side quarterback. So you see, I really think Dawson are fancying Bankstown's left edge, looking to get them shutting down because they're known to go a bit man on the right edge and shut down on the left, and they're looking to get outside them, but they're up to the task on that occasion.
Here they go
Bankstown.
again, Bankstown, and really they're
Hughes.
good through the third. Hughes, he gets it off to Bazunas. Bazunas gives it out to Evans. Evans drives for the
Oh.
line, but a great touch
Wow.
there.
Langbridge.
Yep,
Yeah.
Alex Langbridge, what a great
Outstanding.
touch. But you're right, Tony. Bankstown at the moment are winning the middle third. That's what got them back into this game. Minute 50 to play in the first half. And this has been a fantastic game so far. Here goes Donahue. A great drive down, but there's a penalty here. It's going to be forward off the ruck. Referee Calabria said,
Yep, forward off the ruck. Well, with a minute and 30 to go, Bankstown, great opportunity here to hit the lead for the first time.
Hughes to Prasad. He throws it back to Bazunas.
So we've got Prasad, Bazunas, Stone, Hughes. We've got some artillery here for Bankstown. What will they come up with? Prasad, the orchestrator here.
Just shifting it around.
They've got plenty of time. They've got a minute 10 on the clock.
Prasad won't be any. He'll want the look that he wants to see before he goes. He gets him trapped out there. Has Stone out for a short ball.
Good change up.
Very good defence there from Little as well. Lincoln Little, great defence. Little flick pass to Bazunas. Short pass to Prasad. He's going through trying to sell it that he scored, but
He sold it to me. Lincoln Little came up with a good touch. Now, Dawson, they love this situation. 40 seconds left on the clock. The run.
here they come. They're driving on the field.
Bankstown can't let them run.
They drive it through in the
they're
field. They're
sucking.
sucking them.
They're sucking. Oh, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous play. But
And
Hughes,
Langbridge. And Hughes gets across there to get Langbridge. Well, there's not too many players in the game that would have run Langbridge down in that situation.
mate, he scores on any other player on the field. I'm telling you now, he scores on any other player in the field. That young kid has just pulled off a great touch. I have seen Dawson score in that situation so many times.
Yeah, they're such well drilled. They're not all trying to go through there from half. There's still time on the clock. There's still 6 seconds to play.
One touch. Not even, I think. They shouldn't make it here. Oh, they're going to make it. That's dumb. Well done. What a half.
What a half. We're 2-2 here. Bankstown Sports and the Doyleson Dragons 2-2. It's all to play for in the second half. We'll be back after a short break to bring you all the action from Valavar. Welcome back here to Valavar. The 2019 Men's Premier League VAWDONCUP Grand Final. 2-2 at half-time between the Bankstown Sports and the Dawson Dragons. I'll tell you what, it's been an entertaining half of touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams throwing everything at each other on the line. But what's interested me is the one point I brought up before the game where I thought Bankstown might struggle. They've actually excelled, and that is that middle third. So they have found it much easier than I thought to get down the field with long passes left to right towards their box, which will be right to left in this second half. And Dawson have allowed them to do that, which I'm so surprised. And then they're trying to stop them after the sub, but they need to get up and push up on that box, and they really need to make it more difficult for Bankstown to get to their box, because right now it's unbelievable for me to say, but I think Bankstown are actually winning the middle third.
Yeah, and the surprising thing about it for mine is Doyleson, they've big game players, they've got State of Origin men's open players, Australian men's open players. They've got a lot of big game experience. And so you expect them to come out on this stage and shine, which is exactly what they're doing. But you have a look at the Bankstown lineup. There's a lot of young players out there haven't had a game of this magnitude in their career. Yep, you've got obviously Daniel Stone, who's played for New South Wales, played for Australia Mixed Open this year at the World Cup. Roy Prasad is an Australian player of many years in the mixed division. They've had those experiences.
Yep.
But the rest of them, one of their most impressive players, Kieran Hughes, he's 16 years of age?
Yeah, something like that. He's a young kid, but...
And he's playing out of his skin. And that was the one thing that was a question on my mind is you often see teams get into the situation where they haven't had these big game experiences and they falter.
Yeah, well, they choke. But to me, Bankstown look like they're enjoying the occasion. They don't look like they're playing in the grand final. They actually look like they're enjoying the occasion. They're enjoying the moment. They're smiling. They're full of energy. They are like kids, you know. And maybe the expectation for Dawson is making it difficult for them. But I will say this, Dawson have lost the middle third and it's still 2-2. If they win back some ground there or even match Bankstown, look out because they're back in the contest. So it's certainly not doom and gloom for the Dawson boys. They get another 10 or 20% back into this ball game with the middle third and disrupt Bankstown's flow, it's game right on if it's not already on.
That's Prasad there now with the ball. He gets it down in front of Stone. Stone comes out. He gives it short to Basunas, but well read. Hughes was in a massive hole.
Massive hole.
Massive hole. They weren't going to stop him from that close out.
No, they've tried that front door twice now. I wonder if Bankstown go to the link on the next occasion.
Yep. Oh, and Alex Langbridge just scored. He nearly got inside Hughes there. Not overly happy with the call was Langbridge.
Yeah.
Rolls the ball now. I tell you what, he was enormous for New South Wales at State of Origin level, Langbridge.
Great player. Here they come. This is the fly. This is what they want. They'll drag the left middle over. Thompson. Try.
Yes, just got him on the back foot there.
Yep.
Really well set up. And Lincoln Little gets a try, but it was his work in the drive and leaning in, releasing Thompson out there. Just put the defence on the back foot.
Yeah, just sucked that left middle in a little bit. Got him on the back foot, then sucked him in and ran the fly. That gave him numbers. Beautiful dump bang try. Hard to defend. You can't roll against Doyleson. You cannot.
Bankstown now, 3-2 down. 18:23 to play on the clock. Prasad, he gets it out to Stone. They shift it out to Wagstaff. Stone at half. He gets it back in board there to Prasad, just slowing play down. He's got Rosario on the outside. Stone goes from half this time. He goes for
a link. Yep.
Langbridge. Well, that was a try either way for a minute.
Yeah. Yep. So Bankstown read that the link was open from the last play. Langbridge this time up to it. If he takes it, he scores. If he misses it completely, Bankstown score.
He's in up to Prasad. Tries to step on the inside, but well read there defensively by Rotherham. Makes the touch.
They're still throwing shots at them, Bankstown.
Yeah, which is good to see. Prasad, he just trails across the field. He's going to get down in front of Rosario. There it is there, Rosario at the half. He gives the Prasad back to Rosario. Oh, I tell you what, there are a couple of opportunities there.
Well, Langbridge has just swatted away 2 tries. He's doing a great job on that left edge. Getting up off the line, getting in the passing lane.
And Kia, I've noticed Kia out there on the wing probably hasn't been in the greatest position, but there's a lot of pressure coming that way.
Well, if it's short, I think it's a try. But the same thing, if Kia comes in, they throw long to the whether or not it's a try. This is what they want on the link. Oh, he didn't give it to Bazunas, and Bazunas is not happy.
Yeah.
But I think he was in front of Prasad. It's probably a good choice not to give it to him.
He sets him up this time again. He gives it to him this time. Bazunas on the outside, tries to dive underneath. But Rodimer makes the touch.
Yeah, good
Very
D.
good defence there.
Good D, Jared Rodimer. They knew what they were up to there, Dawson. Defended it well.
Prasad, he wants another crack at the same play. And there's a penalty. There's going to be a conversation here.
Oh,
He's put Prasad off. He must have said something.
Must have
or he's
said
done something. They've got the penalty, but he's forced up Prasad.
Oh, they're not happy. I'll tell you why they're not happy. They wanted Prasad on the field. Their C's come straight back on.
Smart play. So for what you mightn't have seen there, he went off the field. As they go long here, they get the ball outside. They get the ball. Great touch by Rodimer. Great touch by Rodimer.
No, that was Langbridge. It was Alex Langbridge. Unbelievable second effort in the left-hand corner. What looked like a certain try. Now, here's what I think they're going to do. They're going to try and get Rodimer at right edge into the play, or Wilton at right middle, but then rip an out ball. So they're going to fake the quicker to Bazunas and rip an out ball to Stone. There it is. And Langbridge read it. Langbridge read it.
Both Langbridges read it their time. That was great defence there. A couple of times on the Langbridges. Tell you what, if Doyleson go on to win this game, they might look back at this 3-4 minute period and say this is where we won the game.
Langbridge is dead set, saved 3 tries in the last 4 minutes.
Oh, and there was Skin saving another one.
Yeah.
Even if they take that ball, Bazunas looks as though he might be injured there.
Yeah, he's a bit dusty there, but I'm not sure why they went front door again. Because when Langbridge, apart from that second effort there where he was committed, was a great second effort, the other 2 tries he saved by coming up and in, which tells me that link hole is still on. If the link stands a little bit deeper, it's on. But then they went front door there. They need to persist in that link hole.
They're well read defensively there. They stopped the flow, although here they come again.
Well done,
Simmons did a really good job. And there's Fitzpatrick. He gives it on to
Thompson on the fly.
Thompson looking to get underneath from Donahue. Here he goes, Thompson. He goes long, and that's great. Oh! That could have been the icing of the cake there. If he takes that and score, maybe 4-2 is too hard to get back from. As it is, Bankstown is intercept by Donahue, who's had a pretty good game thus far.
Yeah, that's what he spoke about. Get up and don't allow Bankstown to shift the ball to the box. Obviously, they've tried to address that at half-time. Donahue comes up with a big play.
How good's with Simmons in the middle of the field here?
Very good.
Bankstown had kind of slowed the flow of Doyleson.
Just kicked out. He just kicked out, didn't he, into the space?
Yep, he kicked out and then got them back onto that driving, flowing play that they're so well known for. Here they go again. Hey, get the ball to Fitzpatrick. He wants to go back short to Thompson, but well read there by Bankstown.
They're building here, Dawson. You can feel it. You can sense it. Dawson are building here.
Thompson with the ball. He kicks it out there to Donahue. Thompson out of half. He comes back to the left. He's through the line. There's trouble there. Absolute trouble there.
You could just sense it. You could just sense it.
And the old stager, Luke Simmons, finds himself in a hole. And Luke Simons there, he found himself in a hole, but they just kept having shot after shot after shot. 4-2. Well, it's going to be a test of the Bankstown now. Plenty of time left, 13:22 to play.
Yep.
And they've got the ability. They've shown that they can score. They were down on the scoreboard in the first half. They fought their way back into it. They can do the same here. Prasad with the ball. He's down in front of Stone. Stone goes long this time, and Hughes takes it. Under immense pressure there from both Langbridge and Dafter.
Wow, that turnover by Kurt Donahue when Bankstown were trying to shift, that's really paid dividends.
Bazunas there, out of half. He gets it back from Prasad. He steps back to the left. Goes to the right. He wanted a penalty there. Prasad switches up with... And there Stone to Bazunas, and now they're going to get the penalty for not moving forward.
That's what I think Bazunas was asking for earlier. Tony Calabria, referee Tony Calabria, allowing the play to unfold, looking for an advantage, and then penalising when none appeared.
Prasad gets it to Bazunas. Bazunas is on the outside to Stone. I thought he had him there,
but Wilton recovered brilliantly, so Bazunas didn't back himself.
Just a little bit disjointed at the moment. They've been pretty good in this particular area, putting pressure on. Prasad asking the question to the referee, how many to go? He gets on the outside. Here he loses Stone. Stone goes long. Again, they keep attacking Langbridge and not having much result. Maybe they should start attacking somebody else.
Well, I'll tell you what they should do. Daniel Stone is renowned to ball play both ways, and he certainly can do left to right and has been for the past couple of weeks with great success. Not today. Langbridge has parked himself at left wing and has just defended everything. I'd be setting Stone up, start throwing right to left, and get a shot at Stud into some of the right links over there on the Dawson side, because the left edge is not working.
Look out, here they come again. It's in Little. He drives into the line. He gets on the outside of his player. He goes against Stone, but Stone wraps him down. They shift the ball back now to the left. There's a penalty here. Referee Baggio penalised for not moving forward. He's had a quick chat to Georgie Azzi there and says, George, I want you to move forward. He's telling him to move forward again. In comes Thompson. Little, Fitzpatrick. Thompson just telling people where he wants them to go. He's switched right over to the left-hand side of the field now.
So he's bombed twice and then ran to set up the try. Totally fooling defensive Bankstown. And what does he do here?
He goes short to Little. Well read defensively from Bankstown.
Yeah, good change up though. Let's see, does he bomb or run here? Fitzpatrick wants it.
And they go Little now.
Out ball for Fitzpatrick.
He goes long. And Daphne's underneath him.
He got down there. He got underneath
Daphne's underneath him.
Yeah, he got underneath him.
Oh, they've called the touch. I mean, he does have long arm. Like,
yeah, he does. Mr. Gadget. It looked like he got
Thompson on the outside. They bring back on the switch. They go dummy the switch again. I'll tell you what, if you had to release that, maybe that was on. Yeah, from where we're standing, and must admit we're, 30, 35 metres from away from it.
Yeah.
I actually thought he got under, but
Tony Calibra was all over it.
Straight away.
He was
didn't
crouched
hesitate.
in line, yeah.
Yep, didn't hesitate, straight away.
Yep. Good effort by Dafter, though. He really got nice and low. And a good effort by Weatherall to get there.
And good.
Here comes the line speed of Dawson. This is what we're used to. Look at this.
Yeah, they've picked up their confidence again.
Yeah, that's what we want. See, it's just broken down Bankstown right straight away.
Here goes Evans out of half. He showed he's got some space in it. Pace in him in the first half. He's through again. He gets it away. And the ball is down. The ball is down. And I'll tell you what, he showed he had some pace in the first half. Just got caught when he made a break here at half time.
Didn't he? And Wagstaff with no room to move us. Come free of his winger, found some space and got it down.
And we're game on again. There's 9:22 to play.
Plenty of time.
Bankstown, 3 touchdowns. Dawson, 4. But here they come again. Doyleson, there's Jenkins with the ball. He gives it to Simons. Now in the hands of Daniel Langbridge. He shifts it off there. He's Alex, a little mousetrap play there, Dilly. A little mousetrap between the Langbridge boys.
They're pulling out all stops now. Plenty of time, just under 9 minutes.
The frustrated talk down there in the Doyleson box, which I don't quite understand. I still think they're in control of this game at the moment.
Yeah, I agree, they are. They've lifted since half-time for sure. Bankstown are finding it much harder to get up to the other end, as seen by this set of 6. Wagstaff.
And we've got it 7 on.
7 on.
7 on the field. There's a bit of...
What's that bit of arguing?
No, just making sure that they've got the right mark for the tap to take place. Interesting, the sub-rotations of Bankstown too. A couple of players getting very limited time. Just out there basically giving some of their big guns a quick break to get them back into the game. Here comes Donahue driving in. He's been really good. Thompson with the ball. He'll look for Donahue again. They're pushing up here. They've isolated Evans. And the Donahue on the outside tries to get underneath. And yeah, he did get underneath.
Well, I thought Wagstaff might have got him from the out there on the wing. He certainly got underneath the link, but I thought Wagstaff might have got him. He stepped up, went in, but it's a long way from here, from our commentary position.
Yeah, I thought he just got a bit hesitant, Wagstaff. He didn't really commit. He seemed as though he was worried about his outside. And he really needed to go quickly if he was going to try and make that touch.
On the back of that penalty for incorrect subs. That hurts Bankstown. They need to strike back before the clock becomes a factor, because at 5-3, it's a difficult task. That's better.
Stone trying to go underneath them.
Yeah, that's better. But I still like to see him come right to left.
7 to play. Prasad with the ball. He gets it down in front of Bazunas. Bazunas into Stone. Stone goes there to Kieran Hughes. He's got it down, or is Daphne? No, he's got the ball down. Tommy Daphne came in, but Hughes was really quick getting. He's not just quick across the ground.
Wow.
He's quick getting the ball down as well.
There's that link hole we were talking about. Got to persist with the link hole. Bankstown needed that. They could not afford to let Dawson be 2 up as the clock starts to run down.
Yeah, I didn't think if it got to 5 to go and they were 2 behind, I don't know if they could have got into it. But look at Dawson, the speed of players. Thompson comes around to Fitzpatrick.
6 to
Stone
go.
knocks that down, but Jay just went up another gear.
Yeah.
Right, straight off the tap-off. They said,
Yeah.
right, you score against us. We're going to shift it into 8th gear now.
Let's see what they got here, Doyle. They want to strike back, and in doing so, absolutely break Bankstown's back. Break their momentum. Let's see what they can do here.
Donahue working, and then
6 to go again.
Rosario just knocking that down. Donahue, for a young player, showed a bit of smarts there. Just looked up and had a look at the clock to see how long to go.
Yep.
Thompson pressuring there. He's going to go here. Thompson, he comes back to the left. Fitzpatrick says, no, we'll have another crack at this.
Good adjustment there
Thompson
by the Bankstown defence.
gives it to Donahue. They're trying to bring that link up, but having no success. Rosario makes a touch. Donahue wants to go back on him, but well read defensively. Georgie Azzi working in tandem with little Josh Rosario.
How long
shut
before
that play
Thompson
down.
throws right to left? Here we go. Fitzpatrick involved now. How long before Thompson hits Studden on a passive?
Here it is now. It's straight behind him. He
Front
goes
door.
to Fitzpatrick that time.
Oh, and Studden.
And
in
Weatherall comes in and makes the touch.
Yeah, Studden in a big hole on the passive. I wonder if they'll see that and run it.
Fitzpatrick, he gives it to Studden. They're just happy to hand it over this time.
We're inside the final 5.
Yeah, and look at the
Bankstown
press up
down by
here.
1. Look at the line speed by Dawson.
Yeah, Dawson pressing up
they
hard.
really have addressed that at half-time. It's much more difficult for Bankstown to get any flow now, to get fresh legs on.
Well, that's a good drive.
Better. They'd want a penalty, but they're not going to get
They're
it.
not going to get it there on the last. Here's Evans out of half. He's got that speed under a little hard. Oh.
But it's not enough. It's not allowing Bankstown to get down there and get one of their set plays off.
Yeah, little underarm pass there to Bukas. Here they come again, Dawson. They'll get it to their box. And now you watch the speed as they come on. Here comes Rodimer. Rodimer
Bankstown
with
not
the ball.
meeting them. Bankstown need to meet them there.
Langbridge with the ball. He's got Wilton there. He works with Alex Langbridge. He gets the ball. Oh, he's thrown it intercept. Evans,
Oh, he's
and
gone.
Look at him go.
He's gone.
Look at him go, the
He's
young
gone.
man. And the Bankstown crowd will go wild. It's 5-all with 4 to play.
You've been calling him all game. You've been talking about his speed. And there it was for everybody to see. Tristan Evans Soy. I think that's how you pronounce it. When you run like that, you can pronounce it any way you want. And goodness me, 5-all. Bankstown back in the ball game with just over 3.5 minutes to go.
I'll tell you what, he had to take it too, because if he misses it, I think they score.
Yep.
The crowd's into it now. Bankstown, the locals, they're all here.
They need to stop, though, here. They need to stop, otherwise it's all for nothing.
Yeah. And then the one thing about the Dawson team, you know they're not going to be jaded. You know they're not going to be flustered. They're just going to set. They're confident in their ability, confident in their plays. Here goes Thompson. He's got him on the short side. Rosario chasing. They get around, but good defence there by Stone.
He dropped that?
He dropped it, but Stone had made the touch, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't think he had control, and that's how referee Badger's seen it. So Thompson turned Rosario inside out, beat him short. Looked like they were going to get the bickies, and he's dropped it.
Here they go, Bankstown. A better drive this time. Stone gets it up the field. And they come on with numbers now. And Bazunas is driving forward. He gets it down for Hughes.
Penalty.
And that's a penalty. And the locals in the car park, they're bashing the fence.
Could this go into a drop-off reminiscent of that 2015 drop-off in Tempe VAWDONCUP? That was a killer. That got the crowd to their feet. Are we looking to see the same with 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go?
Prasad out of the half. He gives the Bazzoon.
He's got him.
He's missed him.
He's
He's
got
gone
him.
through and scored.
Simmons.
Simmons has just slipped over
He
there.
just slipped.
Bazzoon has gone through. Bankstown hit the front for the first time. They lead 6-5. There's 2:10
Wow.
to play.
Well, this is a massive set of 6. They need a stop, and then they can use the clock with just 2 minutes to go. They need a stop here. Interestingly, Thompson's not on the field, so this is going to be for Langbridge. Here it is, Alex Langbridge. He's dropped
He's
it.
dropped the ball.
Why-
Bankstown.
Rosario rushes up. I'm not sure why, but Bankstown just need to get the ball up the other end, and that should be a
Through the
penalty.
ruck.
That's
Yes,
a penalty.
Yeah. Langbridge knew he wasn't going to argue with that.
Wagstaff, he's not on the mark. He's got to come forward 10. There's a minute and 30 seconds. The crowd are on their feet. Bankstown just need to complete the set of 6 and put it in the far corner, and it's in their hands to win or lose.
Bankstown need to play their 6 out here. That'll
Dawson cannot afford to give away another set of 6,
Yeah.
penalty or 6 to go, because they'll run out the clock.
They're only going to have one set, Dawson.
Yep. They only need one set, Dean. They
That's
only
true.
need one set. It's
100%.
the last touch. They're going to put it in the left-hand corner, are they?
Bazzoon as he gets it over there. And
Yep.
there's Stone.
Oh, and they
Very
let it
smart.
go.
He's thrown it to his mother in the crowd.
We're under a minute.
Referee Baggio was onto that. Stone threw it to his mother in the crowd. Referee Baggio picked that up.
It's
deliberately
6
took it up.
touches for Bankstown to win their first ever VAWDONCUP.
And won't the place go berserk if they get up? Here come the Doyleson team. They're streaming on. Fitzpatrick's
Thompson
got the ball.
on the
Here's
fly.
on the Little.
They're going to
Little
dump
got-
for him.
Little, here goes Thompson out of the half. He goes long to the passive. Oh, a big call there.
Weatherall made the
comes
touch.
in. It's last touch. They throw it long. The ball's
It's a
gone down.
penalty to
penalty.
Dawson.
Oh.
That is a
6
terrible
to go.
call.
There's 25 seconds.
Why
Not
is that a
moving up.
penalty?
Here they go. There's Doyleson. And he's knocked the ball down, Hughes. There's 14 seconds to play.
I wouldn't even be making a touch. If I was Bankstown, I would suck to the line and give away the penalty.
And Dye's gone
No.
through. Thompson's gone through. They've got a man up. And the ball's in the side. The ball's
And
on
it's
the ground.
down. And Bankstown have
Bankstown
won.
have won. Bankstown have won their first ever men's Premier League. They've beaten the champions. And I'll tell you what, the Doyleson boys, they put up a fantastic game. But Bankstown, they've come from the clouds in the last 5 minutes of the game to win.
Wow. Just when we thought Bankstown were dead and buried, 2 big plays, 2 massive plays in the space of 2 minutes.
Have a look at the crowd. They're streaming in from Bankstown.
Tristan
Coming.
Evans has taken a length of the field, intercept. Zach Bazzuna's the quickie. And I don't understand, because Dawson looked like they controlled the second half. They'd done enough to win it. But here's the thing, Dean, and you said it at halftime. At no stage did Bankstown choke. At no stage did they tighten up. They just looked like they were up for the game, and they were enjoying the game, and they were in it to the death.
Exactly right. You've got to give congratulations to Bankstown. They've been thereabouts for the last couple of years. The majority of this team is come through their juniors. They had a pretty good under-18s team there for a couple of years.
Yep.
It's taken them a couple of years to scale the heights of the mountain, but I tell you what, they've done it in spectacular fashion today. And let's not take anything away from Dawson either. They were tremendously...
They beat any other team today.
Oh.
They beat any other team and almost had Bankstown beat, to be
Yep.
honest.
And let's, down here, Bankstown in that first half were having shot after shot after shot, and they were able to just shut them down and come down the field and really take them on. And congratulations to Bankstown. Congratulations to Doyleson. Fantastic game of men's Premier League touch. That wraps up the 2019 VAWDONCUP Grand Finals. It's been our pleasure to bring them to you live here on Bar TV. We look forward to seeing you at State Cup, where once again we'll be live streaming